everyone, it's myself and Dave here on a lovely Friday. Isn't it gorgeous out there? Got to bring you the weekend back. There's that orange ball in the sky. I had to search Google to find out what it was.
Yeah, it was quite strange. Even I was a bit odd about that one because I ain't seen that quite a while actually.
No, yesterday was horrible.
Oh, I want it proper southwesterly muck, as I like to call it. It was just muck. Yeah, the anti-cyclonic gloom hanging around, mizzle all day, misty weather. It was horrible.
At one point, I couldn't even see over the park. It was that bad.
It wasn't very nice all day, and it's still, even though the temperatures are in double figures, it still feels chilly, though, to me.
I'm actually not cold. This is the first time for the last couple of weeks I can actually say I'm not cold. So that's a good thing. But tell you what, I tell you what I'm going to show you actually, which is something you haven't seen for a while, and it's the Met Office radar. There's no rain on it.
Oh, loaded.
Look at that. Hey.
Oh, it's loaded now.
There you go. Look. No rain on it. Nothing at all. Well, there's a little blob there.
As I say.
But for the next, it's frozen. No, still nothing. See, isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
No, nothing on there at all.
On Saturday at the moment. So this is quite a nice, easy video. No named storms, no weather warnings, nothing. And we've had weeks of it. We've had weeks of us telling you it's gonna when you look at blue stuff.
Precipitation.
We do have some. Might affect maybe the old silly West Cornwall.
I did put that in actually, the forecast, a bit of like rain. I think I put mizzly precipitation. That's just going to be mizzle. That's not going to be anything heavy.
No.
That's tomorrow night. That's coming in. It'll probably be mist and fogging with that, I would have thought. So there's nothing major to worry about. No, it's a bit boring really, isn't it?
Yeah. It's probably thick cloud producing some normal Cornish gloopy horrible stuff.
Oh no.
Is this a snow chart? Is this a snow chart?
No, this is supposed to be my 850 temperatures, but I had them up a minute ago and
we're now looking at a snow chart.
Yeah, my chart's completely warm.
I know what this is. This is a live cam from Alaska.
6.5 hours later.
Got in the snow. Oh, we got loading.
Look. Hey, there it is.
It's still not loaded my end. Oh, it has now.
It's not. Oh dear. Here we go. Here this is better. Right, so we got that cold front that's pushed in last night, which you can see along here, which is in the blue. But that actually doesn't last very long at all. And we're back to warm conditions. Well, I'm saying warm. You can see that warmer air pushing up from the southwest in the green and that little bit of yellow. And then we go back down to it's coming around a bit chillier midweek. You know what I was saying to you a while ago about that cold? It's completely gone. Because we had all this purple was showing over the UK for a while, completely gone.
Yeah, I have seen the media back on it again, saying snowmageddon, snow bomb, weather bomb, everything else possible.
No, there's nothing. The only thing we've got those northerly winds later on, but
they're so far ahead it could change so many different times.
Yeah, I wouldn't. This is like what date we're into. This is into the beginning of February. There's not a lot happening really.
No,
Yeah, we're
it's
gonna have some
quite.
cold days, but mind you, this is starting to edge our way a little bit. I wouldn't take any notice of that, to be honest with you. At the minute, I would just enjoy the sunshine that we've got at the minute.
Yeah, most definitely. And Spain, wow, 30 degrees near Valencia yesterday.
Yeah, what was all that about?
I know, 30 degrees there, parts of southern France, 25, 26. Yeah, it was really, really warm. I was looking at some charts what I put up on our main page this morning. 20, 25, 26 is France, 30, nearly 31 degrees. They reckon it's going to break records in Spain for being so hot.
That wouldn't surprise me. That's not a good thing, especially this time of year. I mean, what? It's only come up to the end of January.
Yeah. And what's their summers going to be like this year? Last year they broke records because they reached over 46 degrees.
I think they'll break records again this year.
Yeah, I reckon they'll be pushing well past that this year. And it all depends where that jet stream goes and where it all goes. Anyway, let's have a look what I've got anyway. If
It's an
Mike
interesting
decides to
day.
yeah. So my charts are a little bit different. These are just GFS. These are not the UKMO. And you can see high pressure's sitting quite over us now for a while. And this is where the clash of charts sort of go ahead at the moment, because this is shown Saturday quite dry. Isobars are quite close together, but we're going to have south or southwesterly winds with quite a breeze. This one's not showing any rain, but I will go the UKMO because they've been quite good at the moment. Sunday is much the same. It's most of the rain is skirting and going up to Scotland, where they may have a few weather warnings up in Scotland for gales and rain. That's because of a low pressure and it's sort of off the charts at the minute. We're just under high pressure and I can't really see that much happening. Sunday is quite an interesting day because it's likely we have some Saharan dust coming up as well. I will be putting that in my evening forecast to show the charts on that. Monday's an interesting day. You can see a weather front really, really close to us, really close. Now, all it takes is a tiny little bit of movement and we will be getting that rain. So, anyone on the north coast may be quite dull, overcast with some showers, maybe, while the south coast of Cornwall might be bright and sunny. That's from that low pressure. And there is snow in Scotland, but definitely not down here. But that little low skims past, maybe some mizzle stuff, but even going ahead now, I've skipped through that high pressure builds in over Europe. It's just strong enough to keep it away from us, really, any major rain. And I'll show you why in a bit, why it's saying up north. Then maybe next week, next week, some rain coming in from the southwest, normal southwesterly rain. From that low pressure. Definitely not a storm at the moment, unless they're going to go crazy and just name it to beat all the records. And maybe, and that's the cold coming down. You can see some sleet and snow coming down the east coast of Cornwall. That tallies up to your cold charts, Penny.
Yeah, it does. Because a while ago it was showing that, but it's shifted. But there's a lot of, I have seen, there's been a lot of charts showing colder conditions, and I must admit, even the Met Office have mentioned it, sort of like from the middle of February onwards. But if we're going to get any snow, it's usually around about then anyway. But I wouldn't bank on it at the minute.
No, that high pressure is some good news. We really have light winds. They're much like anywhere between 0 and 20-mile-an-hour sort of things. So they're not even that bad. Saturday there may be a bit more of a breeze, but the bulk of the winds, as you can see, the purples are affecting top of Scotland, and they do go charcoal grey, and we've been used to that charcoal grey. So unless they do name the storm right up in the North Atlantic, but it's really not going to affect us at all. And I can't see a name in it. I personally think it's just going to be an area low pressure. It's going to be Scotland strong winds. And for us, Sunday they may turn.
Haven't they
Yeah,
lately?
Scotland have, yeah. So Scotland we might be breezy because you can see we've still got the tail of it. So Sunday night may come a little bit windy, but nothing 30, 40 mile an hour gusts. Into Monday looking much the same. Then from Tuesday, high pressure's trying to keep it away. But you can see it looks like a proper nice little rainbow there.
Doesn't
So
it?
so anyone watching this in Scotland, it's going to be quite windy and wet for you. For us here in Cornwall or anyone in the southwest, it's windy, but high pressure is really trying to do its job. And for quite a while, it stays okay. So no name storms, no charcoal colours over Cornwall. So I'm going backwards. The only time it does go charcoal again is over Scotland. As the media is saying about the media is saying we're going to get Armageddon, snow bomb, every other word I could think about snow. I can show you on this one. This is a snow risk sort of thing, of thickness and depth, and you can see some rain coming in, but there's no snow in Cornwall unless it really changed in the last little while. Even that rain, where it bumps into the cold air, there's nothing, and all it is that lot then coming down from the northeasterly flow. But it's coming down. How far it comes down, because we've sort of got that's what I call no man's space. We've got high pressure sitting there. We've got high pressure. We've got high pressure to the northwest, high pressure to the southeasterly. I've got to think where I am now. Then you've got low pressures in between. So we're sort of sandwiched. Air temperatures
That's quite far off yet, though.
Yeah, air temperatures you can sort of see they're not that bad. They're staying in the greens, which indicates above freezing, into double figures sometimes. We could do some nice orange colours or even reds now just to warm us right up. But it's not that cold, apart from.
We don't want that yet, though, because if we start seeing silly warm temperatures now, as soon as we get into March and April, you can guarantee the westerlies will take over and throw it all out the window.
Yeah, and all it's got to take is a tiny blip. We get all that warm weather up from France or Spain, and the air masses can change. But the only time I'm starting to look at is keeping eyes beginning of February, really. This is your GFS of your air pressure and the jet stream. And you can see the jet stream starting from Sunday stays right up above Scotland. And you can see the isobars then whizzing the air up sort of from the Azores, Spain, and that area. So it's sort of warmer airflow as well. And really, it's not too bad. So you got that little low pressure next week, which can bring some rain, but the jet stream stays. But that's interesting. That's quite a powerful little jet streak in there. Have you seen that? It's like over 200 mile an hour. We've had this flowing right through like a horizontal, right through the UK, and that's why we was getting all the storms. So while that jet stream stays up above us and up there, it should keep most of the rain, the bulk of the rain away. And this high pressure building up, as you can see underneath the jet stream, that white line is pushing the jet stream north. So that's what's keeping our temperatures quite warm. And it stays like that for a while, but then it does drop down a bit. And this is where we're keeping an eye on it. This is when your jet. That is where, so you think if the jet stream's up here, right up into the northern latitudes, it's going to pick up all that cold air and it's going to flow right above Canada, wherever that is, Iceland, Greenland, then it's going to bring it right down for sort of into Scandinavia parts, but it's going to bring it down over northern UK, down the eastern side, and that's where all that cold air is. So it depends on where this ends up. So if this ends up coming vertically down and carries on pushing down, we could see some fun. So you got, as I mentioned before, high pressure this side of it, as you can see, nice blue sea. To the left and to the right, another high pressure. So that's why it's forcing it down. So yeah, that's definitely something to keep an eye on over the next little while. But I
But
can't
then
believe,
changed a couple of times since we last looked. So
yeah, I just can't get over the name storms. 10 name storms this year. Well,
I know.
since last year to now. One
Mm.
more and we draw even because the record is 11 storms. And yeah, if we get 11, we break even. So we need two more between now and August, and we then break all
That's a
records.
definite. That's an absolute definite.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that.
I
And
do.
there's a lot into why they name storms. People go, why do they name storms? It used to just be called wind or gale. It's more
Mm.
for if you lose your roof or you get a tree come down and it hits your house or a lot of damage. When you claim on your insurance, you can actually say storm such and such caused this damage. And it's
Well,
easier for insurances and it's easier for them to record it as well.
well, they only do it for public safety. I mean, yeah, people are going on now. Oh, well, back in my day, it was just wind. But yeah, but back then, we didn't have such strong winds like we're getting at the moment and getting them so frequent.
No,
So yeah, you'd get every 10 years, you'd get one big storm, like 1987, for argument's sake. But now we're getting these more violent storms more frequent. So yeah, people have been, I mean, unfortunately, people have been injured and cars have been damaged, roofs have been ripped off. At the end of the day, if the Met Office hadn't given out the warnings, they would then be moaning at the Met Office, oh, well, why haven't they given us any warnings? So you can't win either way. I think
no,
a
it's not.
warning is better than not. It's better than not, you know, letting you know. I think it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree on you on that. Because as you said, if we didn't have anything and suddenly it all broke up and we had 80, 90-mile-an-hour winds and there's no warnings or anything, everyone would be like, well, what's going on here? Where did that lot come from? There was no warnings or he didn't tell us. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's a hard job being weather forecasting. It really is. You do one tiny mistake and people have a go at you because you miss something out. Or if you overplay it a little bit, people have a go because you said it's going to be this speed winds, but we only got that speed winds. Or you said it's going to pour down, but it wasn't. You really don't know what's going to come out the sky at the end of the day, even with the modern technology of satellites, everything we got. You really don't know. The weather can change from minute to minute, and the charts change so often. It's funny sometimes for us.
Oh God, yeah. Especially down here in Cornwall, can be different climates we got down here. Is
Oh,
yeah.
it's I've forecasted hurricanes, all right, in America for someone to help them out. I've had a go at doing tornadoes, and I found that interesting and not too bad. Doing the weather down here for Cornwall, especially for snow, I just thought I wanted to give up. I
So I
really
did,
physically
did you forecast 4 times?
4 times, yeah, and on the fifth one, I was like, that whatever's going to come out the sky is going to come out the sky. I give up. And it's so hard to say, yes, it's going to snow here, there, because all it takes is a tiny change in temperature. It's like a tenth of a degree or something. And you'll get rain while half a mile down the place will get snow.
Yeah, we've seen that a number of times.
Yeah, and look, quite had snow this time. It was West Cornwall got most of the snow, and they normally get missed out.
And
And
they've
then,
had it, yeah, and
yeah,
had nothing here where we are, not a single flake.
no, I was watching it out the window just blowing down. I was thinking, well, what's going on here?
I don't know.
So,
I think I'm ready for the warmth of the sun now. I think with all the winds and the cold we've had and everything. But we'll have to
yeah,
see.
yeah, we're now we're coming out. We're going to have blips where the temperatures go up and down because we're in that part now where the weather's sort of all over the place. But I'm still wondering what our summer's going to be like. I think we're going to be hot again. I do think we're going to see the magic 30s again because it seems a trend now that
Mm.
we see 30s and we get little mini heat waves here and there. And so that seems to be the trend over the last 4 or 5 years now.
As soon as the kids break up from school, that's it. The weather goes downhill. You can
Yeah,
guarantee it.
it'll pour down rain, be windy and everything else. Kids go back in September. Last year, And then we had a mini heat wave, and Cornwall was sitting in 30-degree sun, and we was giggling about that. It was literally the day the kids went back, the temperatures went up. And then we had that little blip in October, the beginning of last year, October, where they peaked up about 26, 27. So I don't like to say it, but
I wonder what records January has popped up now.
yeah, because every month last year broke a record of some description. Either the wettest June on record, or was it the wettest July? One of the wettest July, wasn't it?
Yeah, then September was the hottest September on record.
Yeah, June was the hottest one as well. So it was a hot June, wet. Then it was a wet March as well. Then last year, January, February were above temperatures, above the average. So it's definitely our weather.
There's actually more chance of it snowing in April than what it is at Christmas.
Yep, and last year definitely was the hottest global temperatures on records. They have put it up. The global temperatures were 1.4 C above average globally. And when you think when it gets, they say 1.5, we're in trouble. And some months have been well over that. Some months last year were 2.6 over the global average. Yeah,
it's not good.
No, and I was watching a good program about the Mount Everest, about the Sherpas going up there, and they're saying that some of the snow is actually disappearing off of Mount Everest.
Wow.
Yeah.
So shift is where everything's like shifting all of a sudden.
Yeah, and yeah, they're blaming like climate change, which fair enough, it is. More vehicles, they're seeing black carbon or something like that, which comes on the snow or makes the snow melt quicker. And yeah, it's really, really interesting. It's just about Mount Everest, them going up there to get all the rubbish off of Mount Everest. And when they bring down something like 80 or 90 tons of rubbish off Mount Everest, it was quite shocking, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So weather generally this weekend, high pressure settles in, apart from some mizzles Saturday night, which will start from the west and push through to the east. So you can see that winds stay calm, will become a bit breezy. Sunday, keep an eye on your cars because we may have Saharan dust about. So generally for us, it's quite nice and easy for once.
Yeah. And if anything else crops up, but don't forget, make sure you subscribe to our channel.
It could be down there anywhere. It'll pop anywhere, wherever it decides to come up. Yeah, and we'll get that done. Get this video uploaded.
Well, we've got some lovely. Don't forget bicycles.
Yeah. We're at our targets near. Well, I think we are now, but it will help us get the extra data now. And so that website, the person who has helped me build it is actually in the Maldives and will be on his way back this weekend, and he's been in 30+ degrees and swimming with sharks.
Nice.
Yeah, so Mr. Reedy has had fun out there. Yeah, right. So I'm going to go and get some bits done today. So for now, take care, everyone, and goodbye.
Bye.